Something strange happens every time someone watches The Wizard of Oz. People feel like they understand the story, yet many of them also feel that something deeper is hiding under the bright colors, the songs, and the friendly characters. It is almost as if the movie is speaking to us in a secret language, one that is easy to miss but impossible to forget once you notice it. Today, you will finally see the hidden messages that most viewers overlook even after watching the film for years. Let's start with something simple but powerful. The Wizard of Oz is not just a fantasy, it is a mirror. It reflects fears, desires, and parts of ourselves that we often hide. And the first clue appears only minutes after the movie begins. Dorothy dreams of a place over the rainbow, a place where problems disappear. This dream looks sweet, innocent, and full of hope, but the hidden message is much darker. We often believe happiness exists somewhere far away in a fantasy world we invent in our minds. Dorothy's wish is the same wish many people carry today, the desire to escape. We imagine a perfect future, a perfect job, a perfect partner, a perfect life. But the truth the movie wants to show us is simple. When we chase a dream without understanding ourselves, we usually end up lost. That is why the tornado is not just a tornado. Psychologically, it represents emotional chaos. It is the moment life seems to spin out of control. And when things fall apart inside us, we often get transported to our own Oz, a place where nothing feels real. Some viewers say Oz is a fantasy land, but another way to understand it is that Oz is Dorothy's mind, or even her emotional world, where every character represents a hidden part of herself. Think about this. The Scarecrow wants a brain, the Tin Man wants a heart, and the Lion wants courage. These are not random traits. They represent three missing pieces people often struggle with when they feel lost. The Scarecrow's search for intelligence is the fear of not being good enough. The Tin Man's desire for a heart is the fear of not being loved. The Lion's search for courage is the fear of being too weak to face life. Most people can relate to at least one of these fears. Some people relate to all three. And yet, the biggest twist is that these characters already have what they think they lack. The Scarecrow gives smart solutions. The Tin Man is emotional and kind. The Lion protects his friends. But they all believe something is wrong with them. This is one of the strongest hidden messages in the entire movie. We often think we are missing something, but the only thing we are missing is self-belief. In a way, the movie is asking us to stop looking outside for things that already exist inside us. Dorothy, too, is searching for something she thinks she doesn't have, a sense of belonging, a feeling of home. But she learns the same lesson. She had it all along. There's no place like home is not just about a house. It is about your true self, the place inside you where you feel whole and grounded. The film suggests that people lose this inner home when they try too hard to be someone they are not. But the most interesting hidden message appears when Dorothy and her friends finally meet the wizard. At first, the wizard seems huge, powerful, and even frightening. He represents authority, expectations, systems, and beliefs that control us. But he turns out to be an ordinary man hiding behind illusions. This part of the movie is not just a plot twist, it is a psychological revelation. It shows how often we let false ideas shape our decisions. We give power to things that don't deserve it: approval from others, fear of rejection, obsession with perfection, or the belief that we need someone to save us. When the wizard is revealed as a fake, the film is telling us that the real danger is not outside, it is inside, in the illusions we choose to believe. This idea is still relevant today, especially in pop culture, where people often follow trends, influencers, and ideals without noticing how these things control their identity. The Wizard of Oz was already warning us about this decades ago. There is also a hidden message in the colors. The world of Kansas is black and white, while Oz is full of color.
Most people think this simply shows the difference between real life and fantasy, but there is a deeper meaning. Kansas represents the ordinary world where Dorothy feels invisible and misunderstood. Oz represents the emotional world where everything is intense, dramatic, and symbolic. In psychology, this contrast resembles the difference between our external life and our internal world. We may appear calm on the outside, but inside we are full of bright emotions, fears, dreams, and conflicts, just like Oz.
One of the most overlooked messages is in The Wicked Witch. She is not just a villain. She represents the part of ourselves that holds on to fear, resentment, or anger. She is what we become when we forget who we are. She wants the ruby slippers because they hold power, the same way people chase things like attention, control, or validation. But every time the witch tries to take the slippers, she fails. The message is clear. No one can take your true power away unless you give it to them. Even the Munchkins have a symbolic role. They show how small we can feel when we enter a new part of our life. Every time we start a new job, end a relationship, move to a new place, or face a major change, we feel small. But the Munchkins celebrate Dorothy because sometimes, even when we feel tiny inside, the world sees strength in us that we cannot see in ourselves. Another hidden layer appears in the yellow brick road. It represents the journey of self-discovery. The path is bright and clear at first, but it becomes darker and more confusing along the way. This mirrors the way personal growth happens in real life. At the start, things feel simple and exciting, but the more we grow, the more we confront our flaws, fears, and doubts. The movie suggests that this is normal and necessary. Growth is not always comfortable, but the discomfort is part of the process. As Dorothy walks the path, she faces different obstacles. The apple-throwing trees, the poppy field, the flying monkeys, each one represents a psychological trap. The trees show how sometimes even simple tasks become hard when we lack emotional clarity. The poppy field shows how easy it is to fall asleep in comfort, distraction, or laziness. And the flying monkeys represent random problems life throws at us when we least expect them. Despite all these dangers, Dorothy keeps walking. The movie wants to remind us that life is not about avoiding problems. It is about moving forward even when problems appear. This message is subtle, but it carries a lot of emotional weight. Before we continue, this is a perfect moment for a quick reminder. If you're enjoying these hidden messages and want more videos like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps this content reach more people. Now let's go even deeper. One of the most fascinating hidden messages is found in the ruby slippers. They are bright, beautiful, and desirable, but the message they carry is much more personal. They symbolize inner power. Dorothy wears them the whole time, yet she does not understand what they can do. This is exactly how many people live today, with strengths, talents, and potential that they never explore because they think someone else needs to guide them. When Glinda finally tells Dorothy that she had the power to go home all along, it is not a lesson about shoes, it is a lesson about trust. The moment Dorothy stops searching outside herself and starts believing in her own power, everything changes. The film is telling us that the answers we search for are usually much closer than we think. The message becomes even clearer in the final moment when Dorothy returns to Kansas. She wakes up in her bed as if nothing happened. Many people think this ending is simple, almost too simple, but the truth is that it contains one of the most important hidden messages of the entire story. Self-knowledge feels like waking up. When you finally understand yourself, life becomes clearer. You see what matters and what doesn't. You see who you are without illusions. The film ends by reminding us that we often travel far, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, only to discover that what we needed was inside us the whole time. This idea is small, gentle, and easy to miss, yet it is one of the most powerful messages in any story ever told. So the next time you watch The Wizard of Oz, remember that the movie is not just a fantasy, it is a guide a guide to help you see the illusions you follow, the fears you hide, the power you ignore, and the parts of yourself that you forget to love. It invites you to take a journey inside your own mind, confront your doubts, and discover that you are much stronger, smarter, kinder, and braver than you believe. And that is the real hidden message. You already have what you are searching for. You always did.